Interview with Ken Underwood, owner of OK Ken Media. Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Tune in on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Don't miss this episode. We'll be
Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Habari Live, where we keep you updated with the news, sports, and entertainment throughout the week. Like always, we're thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live. You go to your go-to podcast for the Pulse of Phoenix and beyond. Like always, we're all the way live from Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Damon Dipleen Ellison.
I'm Jimmy. Oh, damn, Aisha. Sorry.
We will be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in our vibrant community. Today, we have a very special guest. His name is Ken Underwood. He's the owner of OK Ken Media, social media marketer, and brand strategist. Welcome to the show, Ken. Thanks for coming, man. We appreciate you coming in to drop your knowledge about social media and how people can get the best out of what they want out of their social media content and to make the best out of what they're trying to do. If you're a company, a business, and you want to get the word out there, and Ken is the man to teach you how to do that.
That's true.
For sure. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Ken. Where you from and everything, and how did you get into media and social media marketing?
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, or in Tempe, Arizona, I would say, south of ASU.
Okay.
And born and raised growing up through here, I was heavily inspired by people that were making YouTube videos and that were making a living off of putting videos on the internet. And so that's how it all started. I was watching, gaming videos. And from there, I really wanted to learn how to do it myself and how I could actually, do that. I'm like, if they can do it, why can't I do it? And so from that point, I, got some equipment or I would take my mom's phone and start recording like my own videos and start putting it on YouTube. And from there, some of them actually was like kind of took off. Some of them actually got like 10,000, couple hundred views.
Really? Wow.
On there. And it was crazy to think of that like as a 12, 13-year-old. And so from that point forward, I just, kept going, did it for another 10 years. So that was back in 2013, I should say. And I'm 22 now.
Wow.
And so I've been creating content for over a decade.
Wow.
But I wanted to see how that would actually work for me, going forward. Get back on my train there. This is my first time doing one of these.
Oh,
so
it's all good, cool, man.
Yeah. So a couple years later, or a couple years ago, I would say 4 years ago, I was still making content, still doing things, and I put together a montage of like my best clips that I was doing on my video game content. And I put a local artist that I found. He was originally from North Carolina, but I put his soundtrack underneath my montage, and he really liked the editing style and the way that I was putting the clips together and the transitions and stuff. And he's like, "Yo, can you just like take my camera and do a music video for me with your editing style?"
Right.
And I was like, "Sure, yeah, I could do that."
Wow.
Or like I'd never done that before, but I'm like, well, I just made something, very similar to a music video. So like, I feel like I can do that. And so picked it up, shot in the wrong frame rate, wrong shutter speed, wrong everything.
Wow.
It was 30 FPS, usually the standard is 24. And all those details that I now know.
I don't even think I know that.
I'm a rookie.
Yeah, and we try to do stuff. We still don't know what the hell we're doing. But anyway, continue.
No. I used to do it on auto, and then I started learning the manual and what made things different, and really studying the intricacies of like every detail of what makes the thing, the lighting to the ISO, everything that's in there, from that music video standpoint. And so then I got really good at filming things with him, and so he wanted me to, or like then other people that are around the industry locally here, they wanted music videos from it.
Right.
And so I started working with a couple more artists from around here, a couple that were like from Surprise and stuff. And it was a good time. But then with him, it was kind of like I was his personal photographer, videographer at that point.
Right.
So I just kept following him around. He just wanted the videos. I was getting the experience. And then eventually we went to Cali, and we had a couple Cali trips of all that. And so he would just pay for my entire trip for me to come out there and video him and do all that. And so we met some crazy connects out there. These people, the Astral Gang. I'm not sure if they still go by that now, but the Astral Gang. And then they had connections to Python P. And it turns out Python P is a producer for TDE, and with Absol and Kendrick Lamar and all those guys. Yeah. And so it was like just crazy to be, in that room and just with that guy who knows so much talent and all that. And apparently they had their own Cali trip where they met Absol too. Wow. And so that was cool. I didn't get to go to that one, but then it's okay. And so from that point, I was in the music video scene helping people, and I was doing that for 2 years, and that was 2 years ago. And so now I was sorry, 2 years ago I was in the music video scene doing that, and I was seeing that it wasn't really going anywhere. That there was, people charging, or people that wanted like $300 music videos, because as an artist out here, everything comes out of pocket. It's like there's not really any investing or budget behind them. And so I was thinking like, well, I have this amazing skill that I've crafted and worked on for so many years, and it's not really paying off right here. So where can I go and utilize the skill that I have for actual production and actually help people enhance their lives and really provide the value that I was getting there. And so I started like thinking of who that would be, and I thought of businesses. Definitely businesses and people who are actually having recurring income and have investing behind them and want to take that and scale that. So that's where I'm at right now. I just closed a deal with a real estate agent recently for a good amount of money. I won't say like it's crazy, but it's a stepping stone in the right direction. And it's just on the way to bigger and better things, and I'm very grateful for it. And that's where I'm at now.
Man, that's awesome, man, because that's inspiring. Because everyone, you're using your talents for one thing, and you're getting good at it, and you're loving the lifestyle, but you realize, hey, this is not going to pay the bills. This is not going to get me to where I want to go. Sometimes you have to reevaluate the path that you're taking. It doesn't mean that you have to change your whole life. You just have to reevaluate and say, hey, where is my energy best set in this situation? And that was great that you were able to see where you need to go, where you would be better off, and your skill set would be better off to be able to help you to build something for your future. And that's really dope, man, that you were able to see that, because most people, they do that. They drop the ball. But man, that's cool that you was able to see that, bro, and do your thing, man, and then parlay this into a great opportunity for others for you can help them. You never know. You have a big company, marketing company, and you'll be a big marketing firm. You know what I mean? And you have other people under you. That's that's the mission, right?
Yeah, I definitely want to get it to a point where I'm stepping away, and it's going to get to a point where like I can create system of processes for everything, and everybody can run from there. I can eventually sell the business and retire.
There you, man. That's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
So how do you approach developing a social media strategy for businesses? Are there any key principles or methodologies that you like to follow?
I like to, so definitely the way that I would, or my philosophy with it is being as organic and authentic as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that, good videos
Mm-hmm.
and good content
Yep.
sells better than, advertising does. When people see or they know that it's advertisement, they're automatically, sales walls up.
Yep.
So if it comes across like organic and valuable and it's providing, some sort of purpose, like
Mm-hmm.
whether it's emotional or how-to tutorial or
Mm-hmm.
like something of benefit, I want to showcase those key points about that business and help them, really drive in on what their clients or what their prospects are feeling so that we can uh, target those interested people to get them
Yeah,
in.
that's what it's about. I
Mm.
mean, that's what it's about, man. It's definitely when you go onto social media and you're doing it for yourself. You don't have a strategy. You don't have a plan. Those who do well on social media have a plan. They have a strategy. Believe
Mhm.
it or not, man, these people aren't going viral by mistake, man. Most of these people are going viral by plan and strategy. They're doing
Intention.
right. They're doing what they need to do to make sure they get the eyes that's needed. And some people are better at this than others. And people are not going to give you that philosophy away. They're not going to give you that information away. Just like everything in America is for sale. You got to figure it out on your own, or you got to buy it. You know what I mean? Because it's not something that people want to give away. That's knowledge, man, and that knowledge it's making people millionaires on YouTube, on all these different platforms. I don't know about TikTok. They ain't paying out too much.
Yeah, that's real.
They cheap, man. They're cheap over there. So with the ever evolving landscape of social media platforms, how do you stay updated and adapt your strategy to leverage new trends and features?
I'd say I follow the right people. I follow credible sources and
Mm-hmm.
people that are actually, giving value, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
just like wasting my time on
Yep.
social media, like just doom scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
So being intentional on social media as well. Like I have a lot of folders on my Instagram of like
Okay.
content ideas for other brands and
Right.
businesses. So I call it market research when
Yeah.
I'm doom scrolling, if I am. But no, so I'm sorry. What was the question? One more time?
No, it's all good. You were going in the right direction. It was like talking about the evolving landscape of social media
Oh,
platforms. How do you stay updated on everything?
yeah. So like I said, being intentional, following the right people, they show me it and it just gets brought to me. I actually,
Mm-hmm.
get most of my information from social media because
Mm-hmm.
that's, if I'm a social media marketer, that's the best place to find it.
Definitely, man.
Um, and just investing in education as
Mm.
well. If there's a
Yeah.
credible source that you know of and you like and trust, then go and get a coach and get mentored.
Yeah,
That's how I
man.
got here.
We it's we did the mentorship and we talked to a couple different mentors. And I need to get myself a mentor that's more in the marketing arena.
Yeah.
Because everyone that we've talked to and we've spoken with, most of these people, they run a business and they're selling a product.
Yeah.
We're not selling a product here. You know what I mean? So it's harder to get mentoring for us than it is for us when you trying to do sales.
Yeah.
And we need to get into that marketing mentorship more. So we want to talk to you a little bit about that because we need people. We need to learn a lot more about how you market, how to get to your demographics, how to figure out who's watching and who's paying attention.
Mhm.
Um, you if you haven't been to school for these type things and you don't know exactly, because that's where I found our issues. I'm just really just telling you what we're going through as a company. We're trying to figure out exactly what we need to do to get more people to watch. We're trying to figure out our demographics, and
Yeah.
it's tough. It's not easy, and
Right.
we've probably made a lot of mistakes that most companies should not make. But it's learning at the same time,
Yeah.
because you see what works a little, you try to stay on what works, and that's a question I want to have you just off topic a little. You you don't want to get pigeonholed as just this. Say
Yeah.
maybe you do well with entertainment videos,
Mhm.
and those are doing well for you. You getting 6,000, 7,000 views. Like, okay, I'm getting decent views on those. Do you just think, hey, erase everything else that we were doing and just focus on what has been doing well for us on social media? Or do you think you stick to your guns and keep doing what you love instead of trying to just focus on
What's trendy.
what has been trending for you?
Yeah.
And that's a decision that companies have to make. What do you think on that situation? Do you think we would do? Because like I said, sometimes our entertainment videos do really well.
Yeah.
But then the stuff that we talk about, our serious news things, maybe it doesn't do as well. Should we steer away from those, or would a person still try to stick, like I said, stick to their guns on what they love, and people will eventually come on? Or what do you think in that situation?
Yeah, no, that one's a tricky situation because a lot of times people don't have the right amount of resources to do both.
Right.
So I would say if you do have the right, or you do have the resources to do both, which meaning like, you know, your trending content and educational content, for example, I would say to definitely do both. But I would double down on the thing that is working at the same time. So it is like, it sounds like triple the effort, but
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot of effort to do all this, man. It already takes a village, and I can't even keep up on my content right now because I'm only one man.
Right.
So.
It's tough, man. And we know we try to make sure that, you know, every day we're putting out new content. Every day we're trying to put out something that we're feeling what the customer wants to see, what's the user wants to watch, what are they not going to flick past, what are they going to gives a thumb up to, and you're really trying to read their minds.
Yeah.
And it's not easy, man. And it's not for the faint of heart either, because you know, people think that you're just going to put a video out there and you're just going to go viral tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
And like I was saying earlier before we even started all this, is like, are you even prepared to go viral?
Right.
That's something that I was listening to recently, is that like, if you don't have the back end of it, it's like, oh, I just want to get this one viral video. Oh, it didn't go viral, then I'm going to just quit.
Right.
And it's like, if you kept making, 10 or 20, 30, and then you went viral, then you have all that, data backing up and further proving to those people that got you on the viral video.
That's real.
What you're at now.
That's real, man. I don't think that people really think that out. They just think, oh, I'm gonna go viral. Okay, you go viral now. What are you gonna do? You got one video. Now people are expecting something more from you, and you don't have it. You don't have the content. You don't have the time, or you just aren't taking the time to put out more content that maybe would work with these people. Man, it's hard work. You got to keep on putting out content, man. You got to keep on working.
Yeah.
Because they're going to look for more, and they're going to be wanting more. And if you're not giving them more, you're forgot about tomorrow. You have a good day yesterday, but tomorrow you're forgot about because you only had one video, and people just see so much stuff nowadays. That's not enough. You have to have more. They got to see you often in their scrolls. Every time they scroll, there you go. They scroll, there you go. Consistently. You know what I'm saying? They see you in the scroll. That's when they'll start gravitating to you. It's tough. In your opinion, here you go. I'm sorry. What are some common mistakes you see businesses making in their social media market efforts, and how can they be avoided? It's pretty much what we were talking about.
God. This one always is the same thing for me, and it's posting content with like just their phone, or like they're talking too much about themselves. Like there's so many mistakes out there. I mean, and it's case per case scenario. But it's typically just what I see is the low quality stuff. Like social media marketing or like social media now has become like a filmmaking movie cinema production. That's real, bro. And I'm just afraid to say that, or I'm not afraid to say it, I will say, but if you're using your phone or like just propping it up, and then all that is not all the time, not cutting it anymore.
It's not gonna do it. You, especially for a business, you have to be able to keep your quality up. And that's, I say this for these rappers, I say this for these podcasters, and I try to explain to them how important your quality is, man. Your qualities, you should be getting better all the time. One thing I can give us a pat on the back about is that Habari has always gotten better. If you look at our videos from day one to you look at what we have now, it's totally different. because we've kept working, we've kept changing, we kept looking. How can we get better?
Oh,
What is
yeah.
it that's getting better? What looks better? Oh, this looked better. The lighting isn't that great here. This isn't great there. Let's get this better here. And we're still not done. We're replacing all 3 of these cameras in the next couple weeks to get better 6K cameras to go all the way around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not stopping. We got to keep getting better, even though we're not making a dime.
Yeah.
We're losing, but
it's gonna pay dividends though.
definitely, man, because people are going to see that this is high quality, and they're always putting in quality before anything, and people will respect that, and that will take us into the future. I think that's something that another thing that people. I'm not answering your question for you, but another thing I think people should avoid when they're trying to market for their company is being negative. I even had to learn this as a youngster myself, man. I was a musician, um, and sometimes the pressures of what's going on out there, and the people that you're getting turned down by, and the people that's ignoring you, and the shows that you're not getting on, you get frustrated and you want to vent, and you go to Facebook or you go to Instagram and you vent, and it's always it's ugly.
Yeah.
People don't want to see your negative side. It hurts you. It hurts you. It hurts you. If you're always online complaining, it's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
If your content is always horrible and it's bad, and you're mad about this and you're complaining about this and you fight, you're not going to go far.
Yeah.
People are not going to trust you as a company. You know what I'm saying? We do well because we try to stay positive, and we're always talking about positive things. I try not to be negative. The hip hop community for me was a negative connotation. It just was not good for me. I had to get out of there because everything to me was making me upset, mad, negative, posting negative stuff. So that's why I knew I had to get up out of there, because it wasn't bringing any positive to me.
I was noticing that when I was in the Arizona scene, there was a lot of just different energy,
negativity, bro. It's just
can't really put
that's why Phoenix hasn't done well on the scene. That's why we're not big in Los Angeles like we should be. Los Angeles is 4 hours away. We should be huge out there. There should be all type artists from here that's huge, but it's so much negativity, so much crabs in the bucket mentality, egos.
Yeah.
People, like I say all the time, people haven't even made it past the word go, and they're already thinking that there's something big, man. I mean, it's amazing to see people talk about how great they are, and they haven't even made it past Phoenix.
Yeah.
I ran into the egos, man. Man, it's crazy. That's why I don't deal with hip hop.
Yeah.
But anyway, can you share some of your? Now let's not do that. In your opinion, what role does storytelling play in effective social media marketing, and how do you help businesses craft compelling narratives?
Oh man, it's the most important aspect. Like people say like the first 3 seconds of your video is the most important, like just that hook. I'd say even the first second, like the first image, that split second when they see it on there, it's like people can tell like, oh, this energy's not right, I'm out. So
that's real.
The storytelling is important, but the energy that goes into the storytelling is more important. And attention span is getting showter. I feel like it's gonna get to a point where like like we do this to showcase what doom scrolling is, but it's actually gonna get to this point where it's just straight like that.
It's rolling. And it's that's why our mission is to be a news company through this new medium.
Yeah,
we know that people only want to get their news about 20-30 seconds. They can hear about the news and move on to the next one, because that's the way it is nowadays. And that's why we're trying to focus in on that group, because that's our group. Because the youngsters, as they get older, this is how they're going to want the news. And that's how they're going to watch the news, through small 20-30 second clips. And that's about it.
Yep.
They're not going to watch the news for 40-50 minutes, man, trying to get their news. Those days are going to be over.
It's just more efficient, I guess, like just what technology has done and what people have put effort into now.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Like, oh, there's a guy on the Instagram who will talk about or make a caption that I can understand in 2 seconds. So like, why do I need to watch 20?
I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You know, if I can get the same information from someone and I feel like
Less
I
time.
can, in less time, and I feel like I trust this person because I see him all the time in my scrolls.
Yeah.
I see him on my line.
You
You have
got
more
it.
trust than the guy that you have no idea who he is, and some Tom Burkaw or whoever it is, you don't care about him anymore. But the person in your scroll, you feel comfortable with him.
Yep, exactly.
And that's the way we're going, unfortunately. So with concerns about privacy and data usage on social media platforms, how do you navigate ethical considerations on your work?
So what does ethical mean?
Well, mostly it's just making sure that you don't steal anybody else's stuff.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm an ethical person myself, so
Mhm.
I tell all my clients, like the ones that I sign with, like I don't go into your messages, I don't do anything that, and I wish that I could build my own process for that
Mhm.
to like just ensure that I can just manage the areas that I need managed. But if I have to go into an account, then I have to do that.
Mhm.
Um, I'm just very honorable about my word on that,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's all I can do for now until I get the technology advancement to go
Yeah,
forward.
I mean, we're talking about this at work yesterday, me and my guys, and we got the, what is it called, Sora,
Oh yeah,
the new AI that's
that is
coming out.
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. It's watching some of the videos and some of the things that it was able to do is it's text to video Sora,
Mhm.
and it's new AI that comes out. It's from the same people that did Chat GPT.
Yep.
So to me, it's a big deal. That to me, I feel like though it's a bending of ethics. It's a
Mhm.
bending of some of the rules with this AI, because this AI is always out looking for new information, new media, new data that you and I created, and it's using that data for it can create its own, pictures, videos, whatever.
Mhm.
And to me, and to anybody who's a creator, that's stealing. You're teaching you're building your database by taking our information and put it into your. It should only, to me, it should only be able to use information from the person that created it. And stuff that's free and that's made it into the, what do they call
Public
that?
domain.
The public domain. Thank you. And those the only things that it should be able to get. Anything that I'm doing new that I just created, it shouldn't be able to use that. And that's why a lot of people are going to be suing these AIs, because it's taking so much
Of
and of new
creators'
information and new
content.
creators' content and creating its own.
Yeah.
And until these guys are able to take the data that they're using, and either you're gonna have to pay the person that you took it from, because even these writings AIs, they stole all this in books that they fed them.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
and
it's interesting with social media because I feel like when you post something on social media, you're posting it, and it is to the public,
right.
And so like there is copyright on the things that you shot and the like the stuff that's on there, but for information grabbing, yeah, it's gonna get crazy for sure.
It's definitely gonna be a slippery slope, man. And until we can really figure out how it's fair and how everyone can make sure that their products and their ideas are protected, it's going to be some ethics issues to me. And it's AI is pretty dope, man. I love to see technology moving forward, but I definitely want to see those things taken care of before we go too crazy on it. And I already know that Hollywood put in a lot of protections in this new negotiations that they went through to make sure that AI don't overtake regular artists and writers.
And I think the FCC, if I'm not mistaken, I think that they also banned the robo AI calls. So an AI can't just give you a call just because.
Yeah, and then a lot of companies are using that to spam people.
Yeah.
They're using that. It's easier to use the robocalls than actual people. You know what I mean? It's more efficient.
Yeah.
So, and it's cheaper. So,
Yeah.
the future is here, bro. But we have to make sure.
I
You know
do
what I'm
agree.
saying,
We
that
do have a problem with, is it the new pandemic? Is instant gratification.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been on a very strong self-improvement journey since the music video stuff, because like I said, I'm all experienced in this.
Yeah.
I invested in education and courses and stuff to enhance, my sales and
Mhm.
and business mentality.
Mhm.
But um it takes a lot of work to get here. There's a lot of sacrifice. I don't go out to the club
Mhm.
as much as the average 22 person
Right.
does, and I'm going to the gym daily and all
Mhm.
this stuff. Like there's things that come into play with success, and instant gratification is and all these distractions. They're just turning us into zombies and stuff.
Man.
It's crazy, man. It's a wild world right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, you younger guys, you've grown up in this world when it's online and the
Everything's so
phones and
instant.
everything so instant. We grew up in a slower pace. You know what I mean? By the time I was in my 20s, we started getting the internet on the phone, and it was slow. We had the TV on the phone. It was slow.
Slow.
But now it's all instant, man. It's so you guys grew up, and I think it's dope, but at the same time it can be a deterrent to those who fall into the wrong holes and to the wrong conspiracy theory holes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you're looking for the right data and the right information, this is the right place to be, man. And if you can stay focused and not get so scatterbrained over, because it's easy to do that. It's so much.
Mm-hmm.
And look, nephew, now you can't put his phone down, Never. You know what I mean?
Just scrolling.
Yeah, man. Can't stop. It's an addiction.
I hear it all.
I wonder what they gonna look like old. Is all of them gonna have
They arthritis gonna be like,
Yeah.
Hey, but hey, man, that's
It's
But I
crazy.
think
My fingers actually have a little dent
Yeah, look.
here.
wow, from holding your
from
phone.
holding the phone.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame. Yeah, man. But it's gonna change. This is not gonna be the way we get our phones forever. I know it has been since 07, 08?
07.
You know what I'm saying? That we've had these phones like this, but it's gotta be a change. Something's gotta change one day. They tried to bring the flip phone, Samsung's doing the flip phone.
The Z
That's
Flip, yeah.
something's gonna happen where I think it's gonna be like
It's gonna eventually be like a
eyes.
glass
Eyeglasses.
Where you can scroll with your eyes.
It's gonna be
and you
like
don't have to physically scroll.
So do you
Vision
think it's gonna
Pro.
be like
Yeah.
a contact, like a contact lens?
The Google Glass that failed, but the AI that they're doing with the big, like Apple with the big VR, I'm
Those
sorry,
gonna
3D,
fail too.
it's gonna do okay. I just don't see how nobody wants to walk around with that big old thing on their
Right.
head.
I've seen people on TikTok walking around with those things on and have actually run into things like
It's okay for
and
sitting
broken
there.
things.
If you're gonna do it for personal computers,
It's okay.
things like that,
If you're just gonna be sitting there.
because they're doing the Tom Cruise thing,
Right.
where you can be able to move around, move the data around, up and stuff. So that's
Tom
gonna be dope.
Cruise.
Yeah. What movie was that? It was a movie he did it in.
I thought you were talking about Robert Downey Jr. How he has.
No, that was afterwards. The first movies that did it was Tom Cruise. The one movie where they was solving the murders,
Huh.
and the AI was like solving murders
Lucy?
for him. No, it wasn't Lucy. I forget the name of it. But the AI was solving the murders.
Damn.
And they had cognizant. They were like sleep, but they could see what was gonna happen, and they would use them to figure out murders.
Damn.
It was a pretty dope movie.
I
But
gotta
anyway,
see that,
Minority
yeah.
Report. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Minority
Oh,
Report.
Okay.
And
I'll
that
watch
was the first time you seen somebody, grabbing stuff and moving it around and stuff like that. That's gonna be that's coming. Because
Okay.
it's
That's what I was saying. Like if they would do something like that, they would probably put it in like a contact lens that you would wear.
I don't know. It's that's pretty small. They did the Google Glass and that didn't work. And like I said, now they're doing the VR, the virtual reality, and we'll see if it works from there.
Ready Player One.
Yeah. That's what they're trying to do with Fortnite, right? Yeah, man, because they made that big extensive world for it with Disney, where it's gonna be just huge. If they can start bringing in VR and then you start being into the world, man, Fortnite, man, be Ready Player One.
Well, I'm playing Fortnite every day now.
Yeah,
How many times I'm gonna be Spider-Man?
Man, yeah. So, how important is community building on social media, and what strategies do you employ to foster genuine engagement and interactions?
Consistency, quality, authenticity, and just being genuine, man. Like
Man.
just making content that actually like helps people
Mm-hmm.
and showcases what you're good at. Because
Yeah.
we're all good at something.
Right.
And so as long as we,
Being genuine is the one I really think that people need to focus on, man.
yeah,
Everybody's trying to fake it till they make it, man.
yeah,
Just be yourself. Be you.
yeah,
That's gonna sell better than you faking trying to be someone else, man. Just be you.
yeah. And so and that with consistency, because like you can be you for one video, but and then nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
being on there, making it a personal brand in a sense, because people follow the emotion and the story about why it's on there. So just tell your story, and if your story isn't good enough, then you gotta make a better story. That's
That's real.
what unfortunate.
That's real, man. That's real. You have to make something that connects with the people.
Yeah,
You have to figure out a way to connect with them. And so, like I said, sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board, and you have to go back and strategize on how you're going to do this.
yeah. It always had every one of the things I learned in a book recently was like if your plan is not at 100% on each step that you have to take, it
Mm-hmm.
has to be able to be substituted for a better option.
Yeah.
So if it's like 100% for taking this first step and the second step is 80%,
Mm-hmm.
you're still only at an 80% success rate. So
That's real.
you gotta put, if there's a thing that's 90% or
Mm-hmm.
100%, it's all a gamble. But
Yeah.
you got to be able to substitute out for what's better.
Yeah,
That
man.
makes sense.
And look, man, you're a young guy, and you say you're 22, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man, that's pretty young to start a business up and have your focus on what you know that you want to do, man. And I want to give you applause for that, bro, because it's you could be out doing it all, man, instead of and partying and kicking. So I think at 22, that's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Partying.
Yeah.
Kicking it.
I do sometimes. I do.
Right.
I gotta avoid burnout as much as possible.
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah, man. That's I really I know that your parents should be proud of you, bro. Because like I said, man, it's tough to know what you want to do at that age, but to go out and go after it and have the discipline to wake up every morning trying to get it done.
yeah,
It's even more. So that's pretty dope, bro.
I know my mom. She was a single mom growing up, or I had a single mom growing up, and
Mm.
so uh, it's been interesting the experience with like how you say like my parents should be proud of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, when you believe in yourself, and it's not to say that she didn't believe in me, but
Mm-hmm.
she was like, okay, so you post this for what again? And
Right,
I was
right,
like,
right. They don't
they
understand.
don't understand it
Right.
completely, but it's like I see this vision. I
Yeah.
know I can do this,
Right.
and I had to actually like kind of move out recently because I was just getting in a situation that was not like helping me. I was getting too
Mm-hmm.
comfortable, and
Yep, yep.
she was there, and it was also she was there, but she also, or I was making it hard for her to be there because I was taking up these resources
Yeah.
and utilizing them, and I'm like, keep investing. I got this. Like I can do this, and eventually I had to just cut the cord
Yeah.
for right now to just 100% lock in. And
Mm-hmm.
I still love her. I'll be back, but I gotta lock in
Hey,
right
man.
now, and I'll come back.
The bird has to leave the nest sometimes.
Yeah,
You can't figure out how to do these things, how to be a man out here, man.
yeah.
If you're not from underneath your mom, bro.
We could talk about med as well.
Yeah.
I don't wait. Pause. I don't want to do that. But no, dude, it's crazy. Like I'm into like the dating and psychological. Being a marketer, I'm into psychology a lot,
Yeah.
and so that's a whole separate thing we could get into for sure.
Man, dude, it is crazy out here. I don't need the dating. I don't need. We was talking about that the other day. But
Yeah.
just like we was talking about earlier with the AI, but as AI and automation continue to advance, how do you see them shaping the future of social media marketing, and what implications does this have for you for businesses?
Man, I feel like you wrote this before Sora came out. This question before Sora came out, and now it's out. So, that's the future for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
That's where it's all transferring to
It
is
is.
Sora, and people are they're gonna record their voice.
Mm-hmm.
AI is gonna learn it, and then they're gonna type the text up, say, "Hey, make me a video with this and my
Yeah.
voice saying it like this,"
Yeah.
and they don't even have to record the video themselves. They're actually
That's crazy.
just gonna type up a video, and it's gonna be me doing a talking head video. It's
It's
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy. And I just, it's crazy to believe that it's here. I really didn't think that, these type of ideas, I thought they would be a little bit farther in the future. But hey, man, whatever it takes, bro, for us to be able to move forward in the world, I feel like I'm a futurist and I'm all about it. We can't hold on to yesterday's way of living forever.
Yeah, I
It's
think they already have it, man. They
mm,
already like the military probably already has
definitely.
it, and
They're
They
using
do.
it. They're using it for strategies. They're using it for bombings. They're using it for all type different situations where they're thinking what's the best way to go for strategies. I know they're using it for all of them. So, Jimmy, change the camera, bro. Put it on the wide. Goodness. But anyway, if you what? Oh, okay. But anyway, all right, man. Let's take a quick break, man.
She was all in a camera shot.
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. All righty. So let's go ahead and go into some Habari News Weekly, bro.
Now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison. Sponsored by...
That was already went?
Yep.
Oh, that was pretty fast, bro. All right. Let's get into some news, man. We got a lot of things that happened this week, man. It's been a pretty crazy week. I know that Israel and Hamas, they their peace talks broke off. Israel broke it off, so they won't be getting the peace this week, which is ridiculous. America is discussing stopping aid to them because of some of the atrocities that they're doing to the Palestinian people.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see where that goes. I don't know where that's going to go. We also seen this week Biden mad because I think his Senate or Congress went ahead and I think his Congress took a break, did not get any Ukraine money over to them for them to be able to help out in the Ukraine situation. So it's been a crazy week, man. We also got what 355 million that Trump has to pay.
I think it was 364 million.
355 or 354, one of the two, that he has to pay for his scandals in real estate, lying about his the cost of his buildings and the real estate that he has in New York. He was also barred from doing business in New York. Him and his sons and some more business owners was also banned. So they cannot do business in New York anymore. He has to pay this 354 million. I've seen 55 or 54, one of the two.
Yeah,
He has to
55.
pay it all, man, or dude could go to jail, man. This is a big one. He already got to pay what Stormy Daniels all that money. So man, it's gonna be tough, man.
But
It's a lot of money.
doesn't he also have to face trial for paying Stormy Daniel hush money?
I don't even know, man. I don't think I know this. He has a lot going on, and he keeps saying he's innocent, but some reason the judges keep saying guilty. I don't know what's going on. It's not working out. But anyway, we got fed up over bullying. Nevada woman takes secret video of monster boss, and he was later indicted for murder. It's a crazy story, man. It looks like this is going to be on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken, a documentary. Alicia Goodwin and a state coordinator at the Clark County Public Administrator's Office reached out to the Las Vegas Review Journal investigative reporter, a guy named Jeff Germain, in March of 2022 to describe the problems she and a coworker said they were experiencing with their boss. She said that they were at their breaking point. They were desperate. Goodwin told 48 Hours correspondent Peter Van Sant in the assassination of Jeff Germain on an all new. Oh, that's what it is. It's on 48 Hours to be broadcast on Saturday on CBS.
Today.
Streaming. Yeah, today, later on today, and it's going to be streaming on Paramount. Germain spoke with Goodwin and the colleagues Rita Reed, Jessica Coleman, and Noreen. I don't want to kill that. They were relieved to find out that Jermaine would take on their story. He did something and he fought for us, Goodwin said, and he is 100% our hero. The women could have never imagined just that 5 months after meeting Jeff Jermaine, he would be dead. On September 3rd, 2022, Jermaine's body was found on the side of a Las Vegas home by a concerned neighbor. According to investigators, Jermaine held had been murdered 24 hours earlier, suffering 7 stab wounds to the neck and torso. One of the names that came up to the top of the list was the Clark County Public Administrator, Robert Tellis. Based on 4 women's accounts, Jermaine had written a series of stories describing a toxic workplace under Tellis, and the guy goes and murders him. The story very quickly became national news, according to Review Journal investigator editor Art Kane, who has written a book about Jermaine's murder.
I don't know how this made national, because I ain't this is the first time
me too.
First time I'm hearing about
me
this.
Me too, man. I thought it was just really interesting that they tried to go to the guy and let him know about the boss, and the boss goes and killed the journalist. It's crazy. It's insane. They wrote the book has been written about Jermaine's murder, the last story, the murder of investigative journalist in Las Vegas, which he expected to release this April. A reporter killed by a politician for a story that he wrote. Kane told 40 Hours, if he's the guy, that's pretty unheard of, man. It's pretty crazy.
He really is the guy that's pretty much unheard of, because
Yeah,
I ain't.
Tellis was booked into Clark County Detention Center 6 weeks later. He was indicted by a grand jury for murder with use of a deadly weapon. He pleaded not guilty and has been in jail awaiting trial, which is scheduled for March 18th of this year.
That's my birthday. That's what I have to say about that.
Man,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, for dude to be a public administrator, Clark County public administrator, and go and kill a journalist because a story that came out from these 4 girls, and he figured, oh, I killed a journalist that'll kill the story.
Right.
That's insane.
And that made the story even more crazy.
Like there's some movie, cartoon, comic book stuff, man.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
is.
It really, really is, dude. I mean, that's crazy. But I have one more story here. Conspiracy theorists have unhinged claims that a Kansas City parade shooting that left one dead was part of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's plan to push support for Biden and gun control. Man, I mean, the people, this is crazy. You know, I know a lot of people hate seeing Miss Swift on the games in Kansas City, and they always talking about the conspiracy theory that it was set up that the Kansas City was going to win, Travis Kelce was going to get down on one knee, and then she was going to endorse Biden. Man, just People
They had
people got too much
articles.
time on their hands, bro. Like goodness, man. What? Man, so they also have blamed a made up illegal. His name is Sahib Omar or Sahil Omar. He's been blamed in a couple murders and mass shootings. Some reason this dude is a made up dude and he's illegal. And anytime something goes down, he's the first person online that people say did it.
Wow.
He's like this made up dude. He's like 44-year-old illegal immigrant, and he has a Muslim sounding name and a fictitious punching bag falsely linked to a slew of U.S. crimes, including the latest mass shooting in Kansas City. I mean, instead of us trying to figure out a way to keep guns away from people, this is what we do. Let's blame illegals. Let's blame Joe Biden trying to take all like, I mean, dude, enough is enough for me. I'm just sick of not being able to go anywhere and have a good time.
Right.
Because that's all I want to do. I just want to go to the parade, have a good time with my people, have a couple drinks, and go home without getting shot up. I mean, that's what people want, man.
Is that too much to ask for?
Man, bro.
In this day and time, it is too much to ask for.
It's a little too much nowadays, man. 2 juveniles were among the suspects detained after the shooting on Wednesday at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory rally, which left 1 person dead and 22 wounded. Dude, listening to the video, why was he letting that many shots go?
Right.
He just started letting it. If you're into it with 1 person, why did you just start shooting everywhere? And he said it's a young kid, man, so he's going to regret this for the rest of his life over a decision he made. Why did you even take a gun to the parade? You're supposed to be having fun. Why do people do that? I don't never understand that. Oh, let's go have fun. Let me grab my gun though first, just in case somebody mess. Dude, I don't understand the mentality. We're going to have fun. Why are you worried about beating up people and fighting? Let's go talk to some girls. Have a good time. Nah, man, I gotta have my pistol because I'm scared that this man, like, dude, it's getting ridiculous. The rumor started hours after the shots rang out within a day of the shooting, which officials have said was the result of a personal altercation rather than terrorism. Sahil Omar was trending on X. Yeah, I already know. X is a cesspool now. This
really
is not
is.
the first time the character's name was dragged through the mud. Last week, social media users blamed him for explosion at a hotel in the southern state of Texas. So he's the blame for so dumb. I hate to laugh at this dumb shit, man, but it's dumb.
Yeah.
But as we were talking about this, Taylor Swift did donate $100,000 to the family of the woman fatally shot at the Chiefs' victory parade.
My friend was there.
Yeah, I had another homie from St. Louis who was out there too, man.
The one I used to hang out with all the time.
Oh yeah,
Kane.
yeah.
He had moved back and he was out there.
Man. A GoFundMe page was set up by the family of Lisa Lopez Galvin, the woman killed in the mass shooting on Kansas City Chiefs. Victory parade has caught the attention of Ms. Swift, who made donations on the page totaling to $100,000 early Friday morning. The Elizabeth Lopez Galvin Memorial page was set up Thursday afternoon to raise $75,000 for the family of the victim, who was a popular DJ and figure in the city, Hispanic community and beyond. Around 1,300 people had made donations when Swift pushed the total beyond the goal on Friday. First down at $50,000, and then making the second donation the same amount 8 minutes later. Sending my deepest sympathy and condolences in wake of your devastating loss. With love, Taylor Swift wrote the singer. That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, it is.
You can hate on people all you want, man. You don't have to like the girl's music. You don't have to like her at all, but you have to respect that she went out her way to make sure to help these people out, man, because she didn't have to do that. And most of all these people who talking trash about her haven't helped anybody.
Yeah.
And won't help anybody. Walk past homeless people, pull up your bootstraps.
Yep.
Get out of here. They're talking to illegals. Get out of here. We don't care what you're going through. Go back to your country. They don't care about anybody, man. But she went in her pocket and she helped someone else.
You know she got that Super Bowl check.
Yeah, what?
You know she got that Super Bowl check.
What Super Bowl check?
No, you know she got paid off that.
Shut up, man.
100% she got paid off that. Yeah.
Off what?
Oh, that screen time she had.
she doesn't get paid for screen time.
She was
The
she was on
NFL.
She was on my screen for a minute.
The
They counted how many
NFL
seconds she
has
was on there.
made 300. I think it was 333 million because she has been on the screen.
Hold on, let me see.
So
Check
it has helped them out, not her. You know, I mean, it probably helped her. Nah, I doubt it because NFL fans hate her guts right now. So most of them, not many people see there and be like, "Oh, Taylor Swift, I'm gonna go buy her
Her album.
her album. I saw her on the NFL game the other day." No, I don't think that's happening. But
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
331.5 million she has made for the NFL.
331.5.
So they will
million is
keep showing
crazy.
her because she's bringing people to the table. And dog, before the Super Bowl, it was disgusting how many Taylor Swift fans stories I saw. We're getting ready for the Super Bowl. We're making Taylor Swift nachos and Travis
Yep.
Kelce dip. It's like it was insane. Oh man, getting back to Phoenix, man. This is a little bit of a sports story. The Thunderbirds are looking at ways to tame Phoenix Open after wild, muddy mess. The Open, which was rained out last week, man. I didn't think that it would be so bad because it was rained out, but a lot. I think they had 53 arrests. They had to shut down a lot of different areas, and especially the 16th hole because you know that's the 16th hole is the crazy hole where everybody throwing beers and acting crazy. So they're looking at ways to make it a little safer because a lot of people were mad. The golfers were mad. The greatest show on grass may be a bit tamer next year. The Thunderbirds, who operate the Phoenix Open, plan to spend the next 11 months looking for ways to implement changes after the tournament nearly veered out of control last week. A lot of drunk people out there, man. Mm-hmm. So the Phoenix Open has been the wildest stop on the PGA Tour for years. More than 700,000 fans fill TPC Scottsdale during the tournament, typically 200,000 or more on Saturday, with the majority jammed around the holes near the clubhouse and the stadium's craziest hole, the 16th hole.
Yeah, and the traffic that just be
oh my god,
it's
the
just
traffic was horrible.
ridiculous.
It was so bad, and it was bad, and it was pouring. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I thought people would stop going, but they still was going. You know, it got too crazy, so they had to shut down a couple times, and dude, it was crazy, but
it's the Super Bowl of Arizona.
It is, and you know, and people lose their minds. I've been out there one time, but I was only in like a tent. You know what I mean? I was just drinking in a tent. I didn't go out to the 16th hole, and I'm kind of happy I didn't. But they said they're gonna tame it down, so they're gonna figure out. There's probably a lot of things that they've been doing out there for years will be changed.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah,
I want to have a good time.
Right, that's what people come to do. Right, to have a good time. What you got, babe?
We got Rachel Dozell. You know who I'm talking about, right? She's fired from a Tucson teaching job due to her OnlyFans account. And for those of you that don't know who Rachel Dozell is, she is the girl that is famous for pretending to be black.
Yeah,
even though she's not.
Right.
But Dozell was a former teacher at the Catalina Foothills School District in Tucson. And she was
in Arizona?
Yeah, man.
And she was terminated on Tuesday after the district found out about her adult content that she promoted on social media.
Mm-hmm.
She changed her legal name back in 2016 to Nikki Diallo.
Wow.
I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. But yeah, so she changed her name.
Mm-hmm.
She applied to be a school teacher and a substitute teacher in Tucson. And she got the job in August of last year.
Right.
But once the school district found out about her account, they were like, yeah, no, this goes against all of our social media policies. So we're just going to have to go ahead and terminate you.
Yeah, man, you can't. I don't understand. And this is something that's happened several times. Even in St. Louis, it happened where these teachers were doing this. And they're saying their salary is too low.
Yep. And, you know, the school district said that they had just become aware of this. Although Rachel has had the account since 2021. So she's had the account for at least 2 years prior to being hired by the school district. So,
but I mean, I can understand that. Like I said, I was saying to you the other day, I mean, you can't scour the social media of every person that you hire.
If you're a school district and that's one of your policies, that's probably something that they should be looking
but
at.
you can't do that though. I mean, because you don't know the names unless you're upfront asking people what's your social media.
That's probably what that's probably something they could do.
I guess. I don't know. I just
to make for a little extra security
it's
to be
not gonna happen. Only thing that's gonna happen is when it comes to their awareness, they'll fire you. They're not gonna spend
and teachers just gonna keep getting fired.
Yep. Because they say they're not making enough money, man.
So they have
50,000 is not enough
really
money
not.
nowadays.
Especially when majority of the teachers are funding their classrooms themselves.
That's real.
And they're having to pay for all of the supplies and everything for the kids. So, I mean,
what else you got?
At least she was in Tucson.
Tucson.
Yep.
I mean, I guess, man. I don't know, man. I don't understand the OnlyFans and why these girls, professionals, they're just money hungry. Just money hungry, man.
Yep.
Period.
I mean, and she's done everything for attention, money.
Yeah.
She faked to be black with NCAA.
Yeah, she was with the NAACP, and she was like a high up person in it at that time.
Yeah, she was a leader.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's tough.
Wow.
Yep. So we can roll the hot mess.
Let's do the hot mess, bro.
Stories.
Get ready for the week's Hollywood Hot Mess with Aisha Rowan. Sponsored by...
Deleted my intro today.
No one, but if you would like to sponsor us, please email us at info@habarientertainment.com. All right. So this week, we got quite a few hot messes out there. I mean, we just could not keep up. Hollywood was just producing hot mess after hot mess this week. Alyssa Milano was slammed for attending the Super Bowl this past weekend.
Now, this is a story that we did cover a couple weeks ago, right?
Yes. Alyssa Milano, for those of you that were not paying attention, she had a GoFundMe page for her son's baseball game in which she was fundraising to raise money, $10,000 for her son's baseball team.
Right.
After which she went to the Super Bowl, and the average ticket price for the Super Bowl this year was around $9,500.
And we don't know who paid for her ticket,
or if she was invited to the Super Bowl.
Man,
we don't know.
Man, people just nosy.
Right?
Get a
But
life.
people said that it wasn't a good idea for her to attend, let alone post the photos of her and her child at the photo
because she did a GoFundMe
at the Super Bowl when their seats were so close to the field.
Because she did a GoFundMe
she did a GoFundMe
exactly
for her son. So
she can't go to the Super Bowl because she did a GoFundMe for her son.
She's asking for
baseball
for her
team.
Right.
It's so stupid, dog. Yeah. Like, are you bored?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, people are bored.
They are bored, very bored.
And then, I mean, she ended up what she was telling them, and then they was going in on her kid.
Yeah, they went in on the kid.
They talking about him in the pictures. They telling her that she should have been able to pay for everything.
Yep.
It's ridiculous, man. We can't count this lady's pockets for her. We don't know what's going on in her life.
And she's really not that rich.
Who
she's
cares?
Not that wealthy.
It doesn't matter. She doesn't have to pay for the whole team just because she has money.
Right.
I mean, it's just ridiculous that people are saying.
For people to even expect for her to do that.
It's dumb. She could pay for her kids. She don't have to pay for yours.
Right. Exactly. But Drake this week, he offered a lot to his concert attendees in St. Louis this past Monday and Tuesday. He paid for one man's upcoming surgery, and he sent another couple to the Turks. While interacting with his crowds during his shows, Drake had noticed one of the signs that said, "Please help with my surgery," and he gave the fan a lifelong gift, told him that he'll help pay for the surgery because he wanted to see him at the next concert when he came back.
Yeah, man.
And then the couple that he sent out to the Turks, he also paid for their Valentine's Day dinner at his favorite restaurant,
St. Louis.
St. Louis. in St. Louis and said that's one of his favorite spots, and so is the Turks. So that's where he went ahead and sent the couple for Valentine's Day.
That's pretty cool, man.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, helping people, what it's about, especially when you have
when you have the ability to help.
Definitely, you got the money to do it,
Right.
man. You can help. You don't have to do anything, but when you take the time to do it, you're supposed to give people a round of applause, man, and be happy for it instead of how they're treating Alyssa Milano and trying to go in on her. And she's probably helped them so many situations, but let's go in on her because she asked for a GoFundMe for the kids on the baseball team.
Right.
It's ignorance, man.
Yeah, very ignorant. And Russell Simmons got sued by a former Def Jam recording executive, Drew Dixon. She's the former executive who alleged that she was raped by the music mogul in 1995. The claims in the lawsuit filed on Thursday in New York State Supreme Court state that Simmons engaged in a concerted and malicious campaign to discredit her with the aim of undercutting her rape accusations.
Yeah. Man, it's the accusations, man.
And
tough.
She's using his own words
against
him from a podcast that he appeared in December.
Yeah.
And in which Simmons said, "Could someone want notoriety in the market where people thirst for fame? And I've never been forceful in any of my relationships, all of which were consensual." So these are all terms and words that she's using in her lawsuit to say that this is defamation against me because he's not taking it seriously.
I guess. Oh, Jimmy. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't. Like I said, I try not to give my opinion on the accusations that come out because the accusations, and we don't know
until we know for sure
what's going on. We see them go to court, and we see what happens out of that courtroom trial. I try not to give my opinion on those things because we don't know. It's two people who it's their word against another person's word.
Right.
They were the ones personally in this situation. And I hate when people try to jump on one side or the other, especially the way people have been doing Puffy lately. It's crazy how people have turned their back on him so fast. And we have no idea if he did all these things or what's going on. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of downing people and making it that I know that they're guilty before they get their sentence of guiltiness. I just can't do that, man. So I'm going to give him the benefit
until we have more information.
Until more information comes out, you know what I mean? Because I mean, Russell Simmons has had to get a lot of accusations against him, and it's looking bad. It's not looking good for him. But I don't know for sure if he did all this stuff or not. I don't know, but it's not looking good, man. Too many women are coming out, and it's just not looking good.
Right, and for him to continue to say, "Well, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It was all consensual."
What else he's gonna say? I did it. I mean,
they just coming after me for my money.
I mean, I understand, but he's not gonna say I did it. That's not gonna happen. He's gonna keep saying I didn't do it. I don't know if that's defamation, but we'll find out, man. Like I said, man, I try to stay off either side of it because I don't know the situation. I don't know these people personally, and there's nowhere in the world I could put my hat in this saying I know what the hell's going on. You got anything else?
That's it. We can go.
All right, G. Let's run the sports
comics
before we can get up out of here
in the game.
Habari Sports.
Sports enthusiasts and fans, the game. Welcome to this week's electrifying edition of Habari Sports. Let's talk about the Super Bowl a little bit. 49ers, man.
For real.
They dropped the ball, man. You can't keep kicking field goals. Can't keep kicking field goals against Kansas City, man. We
got a couple comments that Jimmy ain't told us nothing about. Lisa said she agreed. We don't know the circumstances around her attendance. It's crazy. They're bored and dissatisfied.
Yes, they're definitely bored.
And David, what up, David? He said New York opened up a can of worms just to go after Trump. Now, every wealthy man in New York has a bullseye on their back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Trump has been doing a lot of dirty business in New York for a long time, man. They're not just making this stuff up, man. Dude has been known as being a person who doesn't pay his contractors, a person who doesn't pay people the way he's supposed to, and they've known for a long time that he's been lying about how much he is worth and how much his buildings are worth. This is not new. But anyway, Super Bowl, man, like I said, the 49ers, I believe they lost that game. You can't keep kicking field goals against Mahomes. All those times they had a chance to put it in the field goal in the end zone, you have to do it, bro. You have to do it.
Also got to realize that Kansas City is a second half team.
Yeah, man, you can't give Mahomes.
You cannot slack in the first half.
They had to kick it. They had to kick
against Kansas City.
They had to put it in the end zone that time when they kicked the field goal.
When they had that opportunity, they should have ran it when they should have. They should have ran it instead of kicking it.
Because man, I don't know, man. It's a hard situation, man. But in overtime, when they kick that, you almost want to go for it because it's like all right, my defense gonna stop them. You know your defense ain't finna stop Mahomes, man.
How many times did you see a fake play happen? I don't think there was not one fake punt, fake kick, fake throw. Like,
man, I do. I give it to them. Great play that they called to get the touchdown. Something that I don't think I've seen them do all year, and it just caught them off guard, man. And they deserve it, man. Will they go for a three-peat? What y'all think? Three-peat Chiefs?
They gonna try.
I know they're gonna try. They don't have a choice. They're gonna show up and try. But what you think?
If they play,
no team has ever did it before. I don't think
they will.
You think they can do it?
They will.
If they played like they played this year, they might not. Because one of these teams one day is gonna pick up on how they playing, and it's not gonna be pretty for Kansas City.
I don't know. I thought.
But do I think they have a chance to make it back to the Super Bowl next year? They have a higher chance than most teams, definitely.
Yeah, man. I think
I would like to see the Lions go all the way next year.
Come on, man. That was once in a lifetime. They should have made
it. All right, Cardinals, let's go.
Yeah, Cardinals, do something for once in your life, man. Can we just make it to the playoffs? That would be awesome. Just make it to the playoffs, bro.
We're gonna try.
But yeah, it was a good game, man. Was any commercials that from the last week's Super Bowl that you guys can remember that stood out?
I'd say the Kanye.
I
didn't see the Kanye one on there.
Me, I didn't see.
I didn't see that one either.
No one saw it.
The DoorDash one.
The DoorDash one.
Y'all know DoorDash said they stocks dropped in 20.
People dude, it costs too much.
Yeah,
it's too expensive. I'd rather walk.
I'd rather drive, yeah.
Man, it's too expensive.
I'd rather go to the store and pick it up my damn self.
Man,
my friend recently literally said that like the driver, it happened to him yesterday. The driver stole his food, and Uber Eats.
That shit happened to me a couple weeks ago.
Uber Eats, they do
that.
They don't reimburse.
No, they don't. They don't.
Well, see, that's why
they don't give you your money back. They just give it in DoorDash credits. Like I was so pissed. I had got like a baconator from Wendy's, bro.
And you could order a $8 meal.
Like you see the DoorDasher. He was driving like towards the house. Then he just stopped in this apartment complex for like 30 minutes. I went home with my food. I was so pissed.
And that's the problem too. It's just bad service.
Yep.
And
I seen this one incident on TikTok where this lady had used, I think it was Instacart or something like that, where she had paid for some groceries and have them delivered.
Yeah.
And the delivery driver came up to give her the food. And she was like, "Oh, you're not tipping me? I'm taking it back," and took all the groceries back and put them into his car.
Yeah, I seen some other girl talking that online, talking about, "Oh, if I don't get a certain amount of dollar tip, I'm taking your food and throwing it." I'm like,
this one dasher went all the way to the customer house, knocked on the door, opened up the door, and gave her the food, and was like, "All right, now I'm taking it back. It's mine now because you didn't give me a tip."
Whatever, dude.
I didn't see a tip on the app, so it's mine now.
That's crazy.
So yeah, David, I do think the halftime show was pretty good. Usher did a pretty good job. I did see a lot of people complaining, saying that it was trash and he was garbage. That's fine.
I'll just let you know.
I
Before I get yelled at. Just let you
it
know.
was in mine, but I think that I liked it, and I saw a lot of young people talking, and they like Sexy Red, and the other Booty Bandits, and I just can't. I'm
Look,
not
here
I'm not
you
with
go
it.
with the other booty bandits.
I'm not with it, man.
The booty bandits. That's what we just gonna
That's what
call
we
them.
calling them.
Okay.
That's all they do. What's her name? The one that looked like Raggedy Ann.
The one that was at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, what's her name?
The curly hair.
Ice Spice. There we go. I mean, dude, every time I see her come on stage, they say her name, Ice Spice, and she just bends over. She doesn't, she just immediately bends over. Like, did we just come to see your booty? Is that what the show is? I'm so confused.
This is a $25 strip club general admission.
Right.
So dumb. Anyway, dog.
And they got something for like 2 minutes, bro. That's my
Yeah,
God.
man. I thought he did a
She
good
said
job.
not
I
to
seen a lot of people talking trash. Oh, he was out of shape. He was breathing hard. I'm like, dog,
Out of shape.
you change clothes 27 times in 13 minutes and tell me how much you be breathing. And he's 40 something. I'm like, dog, get
I
that
gotta
man
realize,
love, man.
That man did his little slide guide for like 50 yards,
Mm-hmm.
then ran back,
Right.
changed, put on some skates,
Man.
roller skated for a good 2
Man.
minutes.
And you're gonna tell me, he was off key.
They wasn't saying he was off key. They were saying Alicia
No,
Keys was
him
off
too,
key.
and Alicia Keys,
Okay,
but
the one Alicia Keys was off key for the very first.
dude,
she
but
killed the
man,
rest.
it's hard in the Super Bowl to hear in that big
And with
stadium
and
to
she has
hear
the piano.
yourself right. I'm like, dude, give him, man. You
And
don't
they
understand,
was
dog.
they were saying
Let me
Usher
know
took
that
a
you've
microphone
never.
like this
Mhm.
and just stuck it up to his face, and that's how he was practicing to have that long ass microphone in his face when he was on stage at the Super Bowl. I'm like, y'all are
And then-
ridiculous.
And then the hug, that
The
people,
famous hug.
right?
Oh, they said if I was Swiss Beats.
Yeah, everybody talking about Swiss Beats should beat the man up, should jump him, beat him up. I'm like,
used the
dog,
clip from-
man.
have you seen that?
That's just the game.
Dog,
That's
that
just
it's
the game.
dude, they're actors.
They are.
Do you understand when they do these love songs, they become actors. They act. That's the way they sell the love song, is they pretend they're in love.
Well,
It's
I mean,
so dumb.
you got artists like Ciara and Bow Wow who actually ended up dating
That's
after
what-
they
man,
did their
dude,
love
man.
song.
Look,
So,
man.
I mean, it could have been a thing where people really thought that these two had a thing for each other at some point in their career.
If they don't come out and say it, then it's whatever. Usher got married the same day. He was married before he even went out there.
No, he got married a couple hours after the game, after the halftime performance.
Whatever. He
Which
got
is the
married
same day.
the same day.
Same day.
So how can people be talking? And then no one even said anything about that. That wasn't even brought up. That wasn't brought up at all. We just gonna talk about the hug.
Yep.
But anyway, let's talk about some NBA stuff, man.
Before we go to this game.
Yeah, real fast. We got the Pistons' Isaiah Stewart arrested for assault after punching Suns' Drew Eubanks before the game. Stewart was issued a citation and released after the Phoenix police detectives are investigating an assault that happened late this afternoon between two professional basketball players while in the parking tunnel of the arena of downtown Phoenix. Around 4:45 p.m., Phoenix police officers were working in security capacity during the Suns' home game at Footprint Arena when they were called for a fight between two players inside the arena's parking lot. When the officers arrived, they were directed by security to the players involved. The players were identified as Eubanks and Isaiah Stewart. Officers spoke to both players involved and several people who witnessed the incident. They learned that there was an argument between players, and as they arrived at the arena, witnesses said the argument escalated when they saw Stewart punch Eubanks, causing a minor injury. Both men were separated by security, which ended the fight.
He's trying his hardest to be a bad guy, bro.
I don't know why your boy want to beat up everybody, but Monty Williams says there's more to this than meets the eye. that it's not just a nothing burger, that something is going on behind the scenes with these guys. We don't know exactly what it is. Hopefully we'll find out more. They did say that Eubanks was punched and he didn't even really move. Like, dude didn't really do anything to him. So we'll see, man. We also got beef between Nurkic and Draymond Green. They're talking trash back and forth to each other. They're not liking each other. I don't know why everybody want to beat up the Suns this year, but nobody's liking the Suns players at all. So who we got? We also got PJ Tucker this week was fined $75,000 for demanding a trade. He's been upset ever since getting traded to the Clippers from the 76ers. Ty Lue stated that PJ Brown is 70 years old and there's no room for him right now. I can't believe he said that. I couldn't believe he said that. But anyway, 70 years old, man. So we also, the Suns, we picked up Thaddeus Young, who's a vet power forward center. You know what I'm saying? We kind of need help in that situation. So that's pretty good. See what he does after the other players I seen we picked up last week, and they were able to come into this the last couple games and show that they were a pretty good pickup. What's his name? Your boy who just came from the Nets. I forget his name. Royce O'Neal. He played the other day. And
no. I almost said what's the name? Bruce Brown.
But dude, he definitely showed that he will be an important part of important piece as we go down the stretch. We're upon All-Star Weekend right now. Last night, what they do, the celebrity game. I ain't even watch it because I know it was whack. More people are hey man, I hope Steph don't lose, man. He might lose. Old girl be busted, man. She just scored 35,000 points. Nah, he better not lose. But you know, man, him losing, maybe that'll help the women's game to grow the women's game. Cause old girl, this Caitlin Crabtree. Yeah, she's going to help to grow the game, man. Hit it from the logo though. Yeah, man. She's a Steph Curry clone, man, and she's doing this in college, hitting shots from way beyond the 3-point line, and she's clowning, man. She's doing big things, and can't wait to see her in the WNBA, and hopefully the craze for her will go over into the league, and maybe she'll get a good rival. And we can have a good Magic Bird situation for the WNBA, because whatever it takes to sell some fucking tickets over there, man, that's their issues. You got to sell some tickets.
Need some social media marketing.
Yeah, man. There you go. I mean, there you go. But they've done a better job this year than they did other years. Because their marketing was much better this year than it was other years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a much better job.
So but keep growing for sure.
Yeah. Also, I want to talk about the dunk contest. I want to talk about how trash it is. We got some dude named McClung winning, who's not even in the NBA. He's in the G League. And he'll be, defending his championship. What is it, tonight? Yeah, tonight. I don't know, man. The
NBA dunk contest,
right?
But we got a dude who's not even in the NBA as the champ. It's so disgraceful, dog. And then the fact that the only person that's a halfway star that's going to be in the dunk contest is Brown from the Celtics.
I thought Donovan Mitchell was
there. I don't think so. Just Brown. And other than that, it's some chumps, some nobodies. So I mean, I don't mean to call them chumps. My bad, but
and
some
we
nobodies.
Got Caitlin's last name wrong. It ain't Crabtree.
What is it?
Clark.
Oh. My bad. Caitlin Clark. Yeah, she be hooping, man.
Yeah, she do.
Well, I don't know where I got Crabtree from, but yeah, she Caitlin Clark. She is broke the record. Sorry about that. Thank you. And I don't know, man. I'm not pumped about the All-Star game this week. I am happy that they went back to the East-West format for the big game on Sunday, but the dunk contest will be underwhelming like always.
Yeah, you're right.
All the players, Morant, LeBron, everybody saying they don't want to be in it.
Jaylen Brown, Mac McClung, what's his name? Jaime Jaquez Jr. Whatever his name is. I know who he is. It's
gonna be trash, dog.
and Jacob Toppin.
Who? Right. I guess is that Obi Toppin's little brother? Man, I don't know. It's just whack. But anyway, let's go to the comic book corner, man. I'm almost done, y'all. I know I'm running my mouth.
Comic Book Corner. Sponsored by...
But we're gonna talk about the Deadpool trailer, which hit a record 365 million plays already, breaking the record for streaming. It's a pretty big deal, man. Deadpool, the trailer was pretty good. It let us know he'll be going versus the TVA, which is pretty dope. You felt
David
some
said
questions.
You do it good.
Thank you, David. You felt questions about what's going on with his family, his girlfriend. You know, a lot of the people that you saw die in the Deadpool movies were back. They were celebrating. It only had one candle. We don't know what's going on with that. Then the TVA snatched his toupee off.
I mean,
the Secret Wars comic book was in there too.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. The Secret
but
Wars
why they have
comic
to
book.
snatch the toupee like
Because
that? Because
man, bald men get no respect, man. We just get no respect, bro. It's it's a disgrace.
And they just left a little piece of hair and a staple.
Our baldness is a joke. You know, it's you know what I mean. Women, they have baldness. Everybody understand.
Hey.
But a dude go bald. It's hilarious.
That's how somebody made a bald joke to a woman. He got slapped on national TV.
Exactly. You can't make bald jokes on women because you know it's really sensitive situation. But men, it's a punchline.
He's a cancer patient. He's a whole cancer patient.
It's not funny, but yeah,
He's a whole cancer
yeah,
patient.
man. But I thought the trailer was really good. It shows the direction that they're going. Kind of confused on a lot of things, man. I don't know for sure if he's gonna fix the past of the Marvel, because the way he was like, "I'm Marvel genius, I'm Marvel Jesus," it made us feel like he's gonna fix something or something's broken.
He ain't finna fix nothing.
So I don't know.
He finna just go in there and just straight
Kill
cause chaos.
We don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just saying,
like,
why are the TVA bringing them in if they're not bringing them in to fix something?
In for a treat or something like that.
Yeah. But it's gonna be great, man. Like I said last time, the movie definitely is gonna hit $1 billion, man, because it's
I'm
the
gonna go see it.
only movie that's coming out.
My boss said she going to see it day it come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she in there day it comes out.
She's a big Deadpool fan.
She's a huge Deadpool fan.
Mm-hmm.
They got Deadpool merch.
She was like, "Who is those people he was fighting?" I was like, "That's the TVA. You're gonna have to go back and watch Loki." She was like, "What?"
They're not gonna do that.
She was like, "What?"
And that's the thing
really?
that Marvel, has a problem with, is that a lot of people don't want to watch the old stuff to try to catch up with the new stuff. They don't want to be in the continuities. They just want to be able to watch one movie and watch when they want to and be able to understand what's going on. That's not the way it was with comic books, though, man. That's just not the way it was. If you had to read the rest of the series, you know what I mean? You had to catch up with everything else that was going on. That's the way the books always were, and that's the way you always had to keep up.
Yeah,
I don't know how they're going to be able to keep the casual fan who doesn't want to watch everything and make sure they know what's going on. It's kind of tough. But anyway, we got the Fantastic Four this week, man. That was big. We got big announcements with them.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. One more thing he did. I don't know if like a lot of people realize, but he brought everybody back to life from.
Yeah, we just said
that's
that.
what we was talking about.
Just make sure.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Just making sure.
But anyway,
literally everybody. That's like
the Fantastic Four reboot will similarly have a 1960 setting. They will be paying homage to the original comics and align for a superhero period piece. Director Matt Shackman, who previously worked on WandaVision, has experience with period pieces and is skilled at transitioning between different periods. He did a great job. He did
an amazing job
in WandaVision. Definitely, man. Great. And the 1960 setting could lead to interesting dynamics with the Marvel Cinematic Universe and potentially set up a future storyline such as Avengers Secret Wars. Supposedly, a lot of people saying that they're not going to be in this 616 universe. We'll see what's going on with that. They're also talking about the Galactus could be the main villain. We're hearing some other things, but after all the speculation, we finally got For Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal. We got for Sue, Vanessa Kirby. For Johnny, Joseph Quinn. And for the Thing of Ben Grimm, we got Iban Mas Baccarat. And he is the first Jewish person to play that role, and the role is always supposed to be for a Jewish guy. And he's the first time a person that is Jewish is playing that role. I saw some people saying that doesn't matter. Who cares? It matters because it's part of his story. His story is connected to his religion and his faith and his ethnicity. Respect it, man. Fuck, dude. I know everybody want everybody to be the same thing, but that's not how it works in this world. But I think that's gonna be pretty good, man. I'm pumped for it. They had the little Herbie in there also. So I think it's gonna be cool, man. They also had a Fantastic Four Easter egg in Deadpool because you seen the little Fantastic Four little car that they were in.
You did.
So a lot of things are coming together, man. Lastly, we had the X-Men 97 trailer come out this week. So big week for Marvel, man.
Yeah.
The 97 trailer came out, and a lot of people are pumped. They are extending the last season that ended with Professor X, who died in the last season. He went off with the Shahir or Shahir, whatever they call it, aliens, to get itself together if they can save him. And he left Magneto in charge. So that's where we're gonna go from
That's
here.
where it's gonna pick up at.
That's where it's gonna pick up. It's been a long time, man. So a lot of the people who were on the original cast has passed away, man. The guy who played Magneto, voiced Magneto, he passed. The guy who voiced Cyclops, he has also passed. People were complaining about Wolverine's voice. That sounding the same. Well, the guy's like 60-something years old now. You know what I mean? It's been 30 years, man. So he's not going to sound exactly the same as he did back then, unfortunately.
There's one more thing. I don't know if y'all noticed, but in the Deadpool trailer, you know how he was walking down the hall and they were at the table, and people usually thought that was Wolverine at the table.
Oh yeah. And Madripoor.
That was Gambit.
Huh?
Yeah, that was supposed to be Gambit.
You sure?
At the gambling table.
And that looked like Wolverine, the Madripoor Wolverine from that storyline when he was Patch and he had the all white suit on. We'll see though. We will see. That is all I have this week for comic book. Did we do the run for comic book corner? I ain't even do the little thing, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, did he? Oh, but anyway, thank y'all for paying attention to me for these little 5-10 minutes. I appreciate it. Long time.
30.
Let's go ahead and get into this game, man, before we can get up out of here today.
Let's get ready to play trivia for Loot. Sponsored by
If you do want to be a sponsor, make sure to email us at info@habarientertainment.com and we will get that taken care of you and get our sponsorship packages over to you.
Oh, I'm slow.
Yeah, man.
Jesus Christ, that was terrible.
Yeah, I'm wondering
what you was doing.
I couldn't see it.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
We're going to test your knowledge. Question number 1 says, some of our favorite collective nouns for animals include a congregation of alligators, a business of ferrets, an ostentation of peacocks, and a gaggle of what other fowl?
Oh.
A flock?
Geese. A gaggle of geese.
Gaggle of geese.
Oh.
Got to hit you with the once, bro.
Okay. I was guessing the last one.
All right. Question number 2.
I thought it was gooses.
In which city is Studio 54 located?
I've never heard of Studio 54. So,
what? They used to disco party in Studio 54, bro. We used to turn up back in the 70s.
That's probably why.
New York.
It is New York.
Cool.
You gonna look like you're gonna lose to me, man.
Oh, word. I'm competing.
This singer is famously called the Material Girl.
You know this one. It might be hard for him. He's 22.
Yeah, that might be kind of hard. Don't cheat, Jimmy.
Don't cheat.
It's phone a friend.
No, you don't have that option here.
Material Girl.
Can I give him a hint?
Nope.
I've heard it before.
Yeah, you have.
Know.
It's the whole
Can
song.
I give him a hint? One little hint.
I don't know.
It is Madonna. The original Material Girl,
right.
Gold Digger.
Thank
there
you.
you go.
Thank you, Madonna. Appreciate
right.
Now I got to get my bands up.
right.
What was the first Disney animated feature movie that was not based on an already existing story?
Dang.
Encanto? I don't know.
Which one did they make up themselves? Fantasia?
No.
Princess and the Frog?
No.
I don't even know, man.
Is it like a newer one?
It's an old one.
It's an old one.
And it's a classic.
Dumbo.
No. The Lion King.
Oh. The Lion King?
The Lion King.
They made up. They created.
They created the Lion King.
That was the first one that was in the
first
90s.
One they created.
They had already been around for like 60 years. Dang, that's crazy, man.
That's wild.
They cheating, man.
What is the highest grossing
rom-com
romantic comedy movie
ever?
16 Candles?
No.
The Notebook.
Nope.
What? That's crazy. Wait, that's not romantic comedy.
The Notebook is, I believe. Both
it
of those
is.
are.
They are both rom-coms.
Yeah. It was good guesses.
However, they are not the highest grossing.
Dang.
The highest grossing is My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
I would have never guessed that.
Wow. That's whack.
That is whack.
I never watched it. $241.5 million.
I never watched that movie, man.
Yeah, me too.
What was the first cable television series to win an Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series?
I think I know this one.
The Friends?
No.
Outstanding Drama Series.
Grey's Anatomy?
No.
That's not on cable. That's on primetime TV.
The first cable television series. It's a series to win an Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series.
No idea.
The Sopranos.
It is The Sopranos.
Oh. That's cool. Never seen that either.
What? Oh, bro.
You sleep.
Yeah, you got to watch The Sopranos. That's a good watch.
That one and 6 Feet Under.
Yeah, those are good watches. They're from, you were a little kid when they came out, but they're good watches.
I think you guys watched it. I heard Snowfall was good too.
Snowfall is good. We did watch it.
Yep. Okay. What sporting event is held every Memorial Day?
I don't know. I think I know.
Every Memorial Day. That's like in a couple days, I think. I don't know.
Is it the PGA Open Tour or something?
No.
It's the horses, isn't it? What? That's what I thought. I don't know.
Racing.
Oh,
Indy 500.
Indy 500.
Indy 500.
I would never thought of that country, actually. But yeah.
All right. We only got a few more. This is your last couple questions. True or false? Flickr allows users to create a map of exactly where a photo was taken.
I feel like that's true.
It is true.
I didn't know.
I know it's a camera thing. Of course I know.
I didn't know that. I told her to make the story, the stuff a little bit more towards you, but she ignored me, I guess.
I was already halfway done with the stories and questions when you said that. What social networking site
we see now
has a feature called Answers that allows users to ask other members for professional advice?
I know my guess.
It's like its own social network.
It is a social network. It's its own social networking site.
Okay.
And it has a feature called Answers.
Oh, Quora.
It is not Quora.
I'm gonna say WhatsApp.
No, it is not WhatsApp.
What?
WhatsApp is a messaging.
Is it Yahoo?
So
No,
Bing?
Answer, Yahoo Answers.
it is
it's
LinkedIn.
YouTube. Oh, LinkedIn.
Really? Huh.
Well, we all failed.
Last and final question. What is the most popular day for tweets?
Super Bowl.
Dang. That's weird. It's not the Super Bowl?
It is not the Super Bowl.
Huh.
I'm going to say the election day.
Mm-mm,
Christmas.
mm-mm.
What?
Y'all thinking specific days and holidays.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a little bit more simpler than that.
Is it like days of the
Oh,
week?
Friday.
Not Friday.
Saturday?
No.
Sunday?
Well, we dropped the ball. We don't know.
Our social media person should have known that.
Right.
It's Tuesday.
What the fuck? I don't. Nobody knows that. Who would know that?
It's the best day that most people are going to engage on social media
I guess, man. That
because
is
it's
weird.
not Monday. It's not too early in the week. It's not Thursday, Friday, not too close to the weekend where people really aren't going to be paying attention to their phones.
Yeah.
It's usually going to be somewhere closer
I
to.
guess Tuesday.
Yep.
I guess, bro. I guess.
That's
Well, we want to thank everybody for watching and paying attention to Habari Live this week. Thank you, Jimmy, Aisha, right on, Ken, Underwood. Do you want to tell everyone how to connect with you if they want to get their social media presence up and how to get business with you?
Nope. You guys figure it out. No, I'm just- some of it, everybody's like, yeah, let me go. Yeah, you can find me on OK Ken Media. Pretty much if you just Google that or you type it into Instagram, OKAYKEN Media. I'll pop up, I promise.
That's dope, man. We appreciate you coming through and dropping some knowledge for us and teaching us people how to be a better strategist online.
Thank you.
Make sure to follow us, like us, hit the subscribe button, do all the things that we need to do. Share. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Peace.
Holla, holla.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to